we'll get back to this. Yo, this Boosie shit is like fucking confused. Well, not confusing. Um, Ironically, the most vocal person about snitching is Boosie. So Boosie goes on this interview recently, and these days, I ain't gonna lie, Math Hoffa, they on your head these days. Math Hoffa, Boosie. Boosie went on Math Hoffa because he dropped a promo tape, and he basically, or no, he's dropped an album, so he went on a promo run. Usually, he only does Vlad because Vlad, you know what I mean. I don't even want to give out a dollar amount, but Vlad is paying this nigga tens of thousands of dollars bi-weekly to sit on that couch. Okay, so that nigga comes in for an hour and a half or 2 hours. Vlad is giving that nigga the back. You get what I mean? You see why that nigga is keep doing these interviews. Anyway, people believe that, you know, after he was on Math Hoffa's show, that's why he got locked up. I think, was this a clip? Let me see.
But what I'm speaking about, bro, like, oh, Deacon.
It is.
Bro, like, I stand on fucking, and it be out in the thing.
You honest, King. Like,
and people think this question, which by the way, I don't believe at all. So Math Hoffa, I don't think, come on now. But you know, this is how stupid. Boosie's that, you see, the interesting, sometimes people, and I see some of y'all in the chat say, yo, Ak, whenever you talk about snitching, first of all, I'm not in the streets. But anytime I talk about it, it's just, I like holding humans to the standard that they claim they set for themselves. I could always tell y'all, yo, man, yo, if I ever fight a nigga, man, I'm gonna punch that nigga so hard, that nigga gonna end up in a coma. Everything sounds good till you have to go through it. You get what I mean? Like, I hear some people glamorize jail. Next thing, they're writing a letter from jail saying that, yo, come on, please let me out. Such is the case with the snitching thing. Everybody has these morals of snitching until they're the one locked up, right? Now, Boosie's a little bit different because Boosie's been on death row this and third. But I've always said, in reality, if we really want to be like clear and frank, everybody's hypocritical about snitching. That's the only reason why I even shine light on it. Everybody's hypocritical about it, right? Look at Boosie with T.I. Boosie was explaining, even though he said, you know, he acknowledged that later on that T.I. was like playing around with that shit. But this is what Boosie said about T.I. He's like, man, I ain't gonna lie, man, that nigga did a lot for me. And just like when Whack 100 came on here and he was talking about P, and he said, I don't give a fuck what them niggas say. He paid for my daughter's college. Bro, we're all humans and we're all hypocrites and we make exceptions. There's nobody who calls this snitching thing black and white. I think Boosie tries to do it, but such is the case when you try to be the person on a soapbox, whether it be liberals on Twitter or it be like some super hard gangster in hip hop, you're going to get tested by your own words, right? So obviously the T.I. thing was one. But people feel like his recent new arrest kind of matched what this is. And this is a clip that's from Math Hoffa show. Let me play it. Okay. Now, I have a theory, and this is just my theory. Especially that southern district of New York, them feds over there. I believe they're huge fans of hip hop. They watch everything. But my theory goes beyond that. I think I said on Vlad, or maybe it was somebody else I was arguing with or debating with, and I said, I believe the feds don't like the fact that some of these rappers are pushing this anti-snitch shit. I'm going to tell you why. The reason why the majority of cases don't go to trial is because of cooperants. I also pointed out to like the 6ix9ine thing, and 6ix9ine is my friend. Now, granted, 6ix9ine doesn't get paid to fucking snitch. Like, he told already. However, I believe, this is my personal belief, that the feds probably every once in a while, just kind of look over to make sure he's okay. Because here's the thing. 6ix9ine's a walking billboard for cooperants. Now, I'm going to tell you how that manifests. 6ix9ine gets beat up in LA Fitness. My nigga, when have you ever heard somebody get jumped? You just got jumped. And they put out a fucking hotline number saying, if you know anything to do with the jumping, no slashing, no weapons was involved other than just feet and hands. They put out a fucking hotline. There was a number you could call in for a whole week straight to tell who attacked 6ix9ine. Now, why do you think that's the case? There's assaults every day in every city. This is just my theory. I believe the FBI or Homeland Security or whoever, I felt they pressured that local precinct or that local municipality to find whoever beat up 6ix9ine. You got to make an example out of them. Because 6ix9ine was running around here for a good while. And even though y'all keep saying he's with cops, he's not with cops. But I do think the cops look at him to say, he's the best billboard for cooperants. He's showing cooperants, yo, you could tell on niggas. You could come back, live a good life. And you could still be like living. Again, these are things that would help them trying to flip future suspects. So I think they put the pressure on that, again, I looked up that, was it Lake Worth? No, it was not Lake Worth. No, not Lake Worth. It wasn't Fort Lauderdale. I forgot what the actual city was that he got beat up in. But nigga, they've never ever put out a hotline for that. Now you might be like, oh no, it's because it's high profile. All right, cool. Now, let me advance the thought. My thought is this. I think the Fed's been looking at this nigga right here, Boosie. Boosie been probably somebody that's working against their agenda. He's the most judgmental motherfucker when it comes to snitching. He's telling people, don't snitch. And again, this is just a thought of mine. I don't know if this is true. But I believe that Boosie spoke into existence that the feds start looking at him. Do you get what I mean? Now, when you hear how he got arrested, you literally have to be like, no, the Fed's been looking at him. But for what reason? Now, granted, he was on death row for murder like years ago. Here we go. But why now? So anyway, he got arrested. So, he had a gun case. And interestingly enough, which I don't know if the feds are even looking at this, they're probably looking at Boosie like the audacity of this guy. He comments on everybody's case. He's telling them don't snitch, blah, blah, blah. Boosie went to YNW Melly's trial. If you don't know, let's go to Law and Crimes. Boosie, here we go. Oh, sorry. Boosie Law and Crimes. Wait. Boosie went to support.
Claim that execution gave.
And if so, have.
I'm trying to see if I can find the picture or video of him. Sorry. I guess somebody just had a still picture, but Boosie was in court supporting YNW Melly, right?
Or demands.
Yeah. So anyway, listen to how this nigga got arrested. This is crazy. They said Boosie Badass went out, full out of the frying pan and into the fire over in his gun case in San Diego. Because while local prosecutors dropped the charges, they really made way for the feds to go after him. TMZ Hip Hop wrote the story that federal agents nabbed Boosie outside of the San Diego courtroom. So he went in for a hearing for a state charge about a pistol. That got dismissed. And as soon as he was walking out the courtroom, the feds picked him up. Now, it was the ATF, right? So I think, what does the ATF stand for? Yeah. I think it's, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. So they regulate, weapons or sales of weapons or illegal transactions of any weapons. And anytime you hear people with switches, like they're the people who usually come in. Anyway, they hauled him in for possession of a weapon by a felon. Basically the same charge that San Diego dropped. Here's the thing. It doesn't seem like it was from the same incident. So this is how they claim that they had Boosie dead to rights on having a weapon. By the way, this is going to look very similar to the NBA Youngboy case, if you guys don't remember that one. In the NBA Youngboy case, Youngboy was never caught physically with the gun in Louisiana. What he was caught, like they basically call the cops. As soon as the cops come, everybody's like, oh, everybody just walks away, right? And they essentially go off reports, and then they go off like what was in the memory cards of Youngboy holding a gun during the shooting of the video. And then they try to get DNA, which was unsuccessful, and fingerprints, which was unsuccessful. But they basically use like just videos of Youngboy holding the gun to charge him. And it's the same thing with Boosie. So look at this case. Now, they said in the federal documents, Boosie, matter of fact, let me see if I can pull the federal documents up right now. Give me 1 second. I actually have a federal login to these to the federal court. Give me a second. Just use their sources, which is probably just somebody like in that federal building. Okay, we'll just go off what TMZ's saying. Okay, cool. So that was a whole bunch of nothing for nothing, I guess. He got a lawyer. Whatever. Oh, while I have this up, I look at Cass's case after this too to see what's up with him. So I see people saying who told. I don't give a fuck who really told, but I'll look at it for y'all. This is the only thing I can find on Boosie. I'll send it. Let me open on here. So this is the arrest warrant. They don't really say shit though. You're commanded to arrest and bring forward before a United States magistrate judge without unnecessary delay. Torrance Hatch, a.k.a. Boosie, a.k.a. Little Boosie, a.k.a. Boosie Badass, who's accused of an offense or violation based on the following document filed with the court, which is a complaint. The offense is briefly described as follows: felon in possession of a firearm. Yeah, that's kind of as much as we know. His lawyer submitted this shit. Oh no, actually, this is a lawyer. This is a prosecutor. I, the unsigned, appear as lead counsel for the United States. Yeah, so that's the prosecutor. Okay, all right, whatever. All right. So let me get back to more interesting shit. So what they're trying to say, and again, I'm waiting till this gets unsealed. I'm really wondering why it's not sealed or why it's still unsealed. You know, today was Juneteenth, so like it's technically a holiday. Federal court, it's a federal holiday, so federal court is open back tomorrow. He might have a hearing tomorrow, maybe for like an initial bond or whatever. Clearly, it looked like they were trying to hold him without bond. If there was something else why they were, because here's the thing, it looked like they were trying to get him in custody. We don't know if there's more things on the complaint. And then we don't know if possibly there's what's called a superseded indictment, right? So right now, it doesn't say this is an indictment. It says there's a complaint, which means a government agency like the ATF, which this is where I'm saying they're clearly were watching him. So the ATF, who should be looking for niggas with Glockies with the switchies, you feel me? There's a switch epidemic going on. Niggas is 3D printing switches. You know what I mean? Niggas is rapping. Buka put the switch on for me. Highly illegal because it turns a Glock into a goddamn machine gun. The ATF, they're responsible for charging and getting with those individuals. Yet they're looking at Lil Boosie on live like he's Ja Morant and this is the NBA. I'm sorry. Boosie not that important. I'm just sorry. Like, y'all got way more important things to worry about. You know, when people are trying to push a gun reform, gun laws are changing all over the place. Federal gun laws have to matter because there's school shootings all the time. And you're worried about what Boosie has in his back pocket on an Instagram Live? What the fuck? So this is why people believe that maybe there's more to this indictment. Maybe this is just not it, right? So this is what they're saying, right? The documents, right? ATF hauled him in for possession of a weapon by a felon. Hear what they said. In the federal documents, Boosie was seen on an Instagram live feed back on May 6th with a gun tucked in the waistband of his red jeans. The feds say the San Diego PD was watching. Come on, bro. The San Diego PD was watching that IG feed and mobilized officers to pull over a vehicle that had Boosie riding in the back seat. Okay? So I guess they seen Boosie. I'm going to be honest with you. Them niggas must have 20/20, well, more than 20/20 vision. Whatever's better than that. Because I didn't even easily recognize, like, oh, that's a gun in his waistband. But they're saying that, you know, he never took the gun out. But the police are saying that they noticed it. Number one, why are they just randomly watching him? That sounds weird, right? This kind of sounds weird. Y'all got all type of crime in San Diego, and y'all are just watching Lil Boosie on live. Make this make sense. Okay. They say, according to the feds, right before the Mercedes, Yeah, so they said right before the Mercedes SUV pulled over, a San Diego officer noticed movement in the back seat that they believe someone looked like someone attempted to conceal a firearm or illegal contraband in their experience. Once the vehicle was pulled over, Boosie told the officer he did not have any weapons, but a security did. During the search, a cop found a Hellcat 9mm in the guard's bag and also loaded Glock 9mm on the rear passenger seat, okay? They said All three people, Boosie, his guard, and driver, were taken into custody. Cops say that they heard Boosie yell at the guard, "You told me they were in the bag." Once cops reviewed the IG footage, they matched the Glock with the weapon in Boosie's waistband. So the Glock, they're saying that the loaded Glock that was on the passenger seat, they're claiming that was in Boosie's waistband, which I'm looking at. This is like some young boy charges. Like, bro, y'all are going through memory cards and like trying to watch like videos to try to catch these guys. Like, really? Once cops reviewed, okay, they matched the Glock with the weapon in Boosie's waistband, and that's why they busted him. Boosie was released from Louisiana State Prison in 2014 after serving more than 4 years for drug charges. Okay? Shortly after his arrest, he fired off a tweet apologizing to his kids. We've reached out to his camp. No word there. Let me see if I can find this IG Live. I think that IG Live exists. I gotta find it to see what the fuck the police were really on or looking for. Boosie. By the way, ain't it ironic that Boosie been going at Mark Zuckerberg for the longest about his Instagram? Come to find out, he gets locked up on federal charges for being on Instagram. Okay, I guess this is it. Here we go.
Oh, Boosie.
Let me ask y'all a question. How old is Boosie? It said Boosie's 40 years old. If y'all can see here. Boosie's 40 years old, right? If Lil Boosie is 40 years of age, right? Already got, beat his death row situation. Is it smart? Is he being careful having a gun on him or being dumb? Clearly, he said that he was with security. But sometimes, I'm trying to play devil's advocate a little bit. Sometimes these guys say they're paranoid and security don't make them feel safe, so they like keeping a gun with them. Is he being smart? No, well, not being smart because he got caught, but is he being stupid by having a gun on him or is he being safe? Somebody says, well, he got shot last year. That's a great point. He did get shot last year. I think Boosie publicized. Boosie was all over the place publicizing that he's a felon. And he couldn't own a gun. Boosie, gun, lawyer. I remember he went on the thing saying that he wanted a lawyer to help him, like, be able to get a gun legally because he, I guess he was saying he had, like, enemies or whatever the case is. Let me see. Boosie. I think I had posted him. Let's see. Boosie says he went off on a rant. He basically was just like, yo, listen. Like, he basically said he needs a gun. And I'm going to be honest with you. Usually I'd be like, no, but yo, Boosie got shot last year, dog.
The streets is dangerous. Y'all seen what they did to Boosie, right? Y'all seen that?
About the IG Live?
Call him on IG.
Well, some of y'all saying y'all think T.I. did this? How would T.I. be involved in this?
Yeah. That nigga is working for the police. Whoever was on that, had that IG Live. Boosie never knew the nigga was behind him with it. Then the nigga let Boosie turn around, identified it was Boosie what he had on.
Stay in the left 2 lanes.
said
What?
we was watching the IG live. This is the thing. That wasn't Boosie IG live.
Hey, I'm not too sure if Boosie was here with it. Here's how Boosie's moving. Boosie's such a hustler for a check. If a nigga DM Boosie, like Boosie will literally tweet out his number like, yo, call me if you have a booking. If you tell Boosie you have $20,000, you could be in the worst hood in America, Boosie's coming to get it. And that comes with its own issues. Because you might go into somebody's hood to shoot some ghetto music video that you probably are running around with your one security guard. You go in this neighborhood, you're like, fuck, nigga, I need to have a gun on me. Like, look where they're shooting this video at. It looked like they're doing a music video, right?
That's why they came.
You turn around, they record you. The DA then uses that. They use that as means for probable cause and jack you. Now they jack you, bring you in, arrest you. They know you gonna bail. They let you bail, but the probable cause is in place. You come back to court, they drop it on the state level. Soon as you step out, the feds grab you. The feds was making sure how they got you was solid, so when they charge you, Boosie finna get 5 to 10 years, bro. Like I said, they been trying to get the nigga. They been trying to get him. Every time they pulled him over, they thought it was dead. He might have got clean. But whoever that nigga was, on that.
Okay. Now, there's some more details which I seen Billboard come out with. They said the gun charge came after cops tracked him, spotted him on Instagram, and tracked him with a helicopter. I don't know. That just seems a little bit exorbitant. Nigga, imagine seeing somebody on an Instagram live and say, yo, send the helicopters. What the fuck? It's a newly unsealed court documents. It's not unsealed. Nigga, I'm looking at the bitch. Am I tweaking? It is not unsealed. Because I would love to see the whole thing. Hold on. I'm trying to check again. Yeah, the shit is not unsealed. I don't know how are people getting this shit. This shit is not on sale. Like, what the fuck? I'll show you what it says. This is what it says on the government website. Which, I mean, this kind of tells you what we kind of really wanted to know right here. Look at this. Okay. This is what it says on the government website. This was a motion to seal. See? It literally says sealed. Look, the United States of America, by its counsel, moves to seal the complaint and the arrest warrant. And number 3, the motion in the above caption matter. These documents disclose an ongoing covert investigation. Disclosure in the public record at this time would likely cause the targets to flee and avoid prosecution, destroy or discard evidence, and otherwise seriously jeopardize the investigation. That's kind of scary. They say the targets. What the fuck are they investigating? Anyway, let me just keep reading. This is on Billboard. Rapper Boosie federal gun charge came this week after the San Diego police tracked his Instagram account and even used a helicopter to locate him in an alleged gang-affiliated neighborhood, according to new unsealed court documents obtained by Billboard. In the criminal complaint unsealed by a judge Friday, they say he got it unsealed Friday. Hold on, let me see. June 16th. I still can't see this shit. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Whatever. Okay. It says in a criminal complaint unsealed by the judge, federal prosecutor says Boosie's May 6th arrest was sparked by local police spotting a rapper whose real name is Torrance Hatch in an Instagram video of a known gang member. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I'm guessing the known gang members who... Oh, okay, this makes sense. Boosie, you fucked yourself, dog. Boosie is going around, and Boosie will go to any killer's neighborhood, any hood nigga's neighborhood, and go pick up a bag to do a verse with them or drop anything. Boosie, it's kind of like what happened in the Taxstone situation. Yo, Casanova called somebody after the Taxstone situation. That nigga was on the investigation too. So this is like the nature of the game for Boosie. Boosie, because you fucking with so many hood niggas, you gotta imagine some of these niggas already got the feds on them. So here's the thing. When you cross paths with these guys, the feds that were looking at them now look at you as a opportunity to gain a headline. So they try to make sure you're in the up and up. And if you just couldn't, like, they were probably watching this guy's Instagram live already. You could probably tell whose Instagram live they were watching. Look, let me see. Boosie. Let's see the name of the person. Right here. KP. Yeah. This is KP2 Market Made. Instagram KP2 _ Market Made. Don't tell me this thing is, oh my God, this nigga Instagram's still up.
Don't need no mask, I'm finna bounce out the load, nigga.
Yeah, this nigga look like he on an investigation. Brother, if I'm you, man, I would have deleted this page a long time ago. Nigga, by the way, this picture here, I'm telling you about this picture. Wait, let me see. Oh, I gotta open the TMZ article back up again. Boosie. This picture is actually in the documents. Like, this is actually in the motherfucking charging documents or the complaint, which means there's two people live. Boosie was live. They clearly hint that they weren't looking at Boosie. They were looking at, look what it says, spotting the rapper in an Instagram video of a known gang member. They probably was looking at this nigga, which is this nigga.
Nigga
nigga has been stuck on my brain since. My mama lost her brother, ain't been the same since. I'm traumatized, but I'm knowing how the game get. In that prison, lost my granny, now I'm paying.
Yeah, they were looking at this guy. Now he posts, now I know how much the police really hate me for no reason. I'm gone. Nigga, a little bit too late, nigga. A little bit too late, my brother. A little bit too late, my brother. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to put blame on this guy because I want to cross my T's and dot my I's. It's part of the reason why he probably got locked up, but you can't blame this guy. Anyway, they see the gun. It's in his pocket right here. Also, there's another nigga they tagged, a Bully 3. Who the fuck is that? No way he's a gang member, right? Bully 3. Bully 3. Yeah, he don't look like he no gang. Yeah, this nigga don't look like he in a gang at all. Nah, this nigga don't look like he in no gang to me. These niggas just got like, I think that's a carpal tunnel that got them twisting their fingers up.
Shots, no Patron. Load the Glock, been a couple blocks on your zone. Pop, pop, watch a couple niggas drop, then we gone. Dirty east side, dirty grimy east side. Tattoos and Levi's, thuggin' since knee high. Hopped off the porch with the torch in the G-Ride.
Yeah, this guy don't even look gang affiliated. Just be honest with you. All right. I suppose. Okay, so that's what happened. Let's go back to this document. So they spotted Boosie in an Instagram video of a known gang member sporting a black handgun tucked into the back waistband of his pants. Switching to Boosie Instagram account. Okay, so basically they said they weren't even looking at Boosie at first. They were looking at the gangbangers shit. Boosie come in because Boosie's trying to get in the bag. Now they're like, oh shit, this little Boosie. Let's look and see what he got going on because Boosie goes live too. Prosecutor says police use an airborne law enforcement unit. What the fuck is that? An airborne law enforcement unit to locate the rapper in an allegedly gang-associated neighborhood of San Diego. Oh, that's like a helicopter, I guess. They be calling them birds out in California. After a traffic stop a short while later, they say Boosie was found in a black SUV with a matching black pistol in the vehicle. The newly unsealed documents reported first by Billboard details the timeline of the events that led to the widely reported charges filed against Boosie by federal prosecutors. The rapper was suddenly arrested on June 14 at a California courthouse, just minutes after an appearance in which charges from a state prosecutor based on the traffic stop were dismissed. Okay, so it was the same event, but it got dismissed statewide and they got picked up on the feds. Wow. But based on the same May arrest, federal prosecutors now have charged Boosie with violating federal laws barring a previously convicted felon from possessing a firearm. The newly unsealed charging documents offer ample details on the events that led to Boosie's arrest, while a San Diego police detective was conducting intelligence gathering by monitoring the Instagram of a known a neighborhood crip. Holy, never mind. I don't want no smoke with them guys. Ain't that Nipsey Hussle's gang? Neighborhood crip. That's Nipsey Hussle gang, right? Prosecutors said an unidentified man was spotted filming a music video in what appeared to be a backyard for residents. When the video was tagged with Boosie's handle, the detective switched to watching the rapper's Instagram account, which at that moment streaming a live story at the location the prosecutors say is associated with neighborhood crip criminal street gang. According to the complaint, the information was then relayed to an airborne unit. Prosecutors were able to locate Boosie and observe him get into a black Mercedes SUV. Police followed and eventually pulled over that vehicle after the driver failed to stop at a red light. They capped about this When the police want to pull you over, they always say you ain't stopping at a red light, you did this, you were speeding. Nah, they just want to check the car. When the car stopped, Boosie allegedly told officers that the security guard was in possession of a single gun, but 2 pistols were discovered in the car, including one in the rear passenger seat. Prosecutors say is the same weapon pictured in Hatch's rear waistband. During processing, Hatch yelled at the security guard and asked why the security guard told the detective the gun was on the seat. Federal prosecutors wrote in the charging documents unveiled on Friday. SDPD officers heard tell security, "You told me they were in the bag." The statement demonstrated Hatch's knowledge of the firearms and Mercedes. It's unclear why federal investigators chose to charge Boosie after the state-level case was dismissed. Under U.S. Department of Justice internal policies, prosecutors sometimes avoid filing federal cases after earlier state law charges. That's usually true. Usually it goes straight federal, but they usually don't come and clean up after the state. But the state dropped theirs and they're going. It's a little odd. Spokesman for the U.S. Attorney Office in San Diego did not immediately return a request for comment. Boosie has made his initial appearance before a judge on Thursday, but a decision on pretrial release has been pushed back till June 19th at the request of prosecutors. He will remain in federal custody until that hearing. Wow. All right. Feel bad for Boosie. Boosie, I'm going to be honest with you, man. This was probably inevitable. You a dude who you fuck with the hood, and that was just a day you fuck with the wrong dudes who were already on their investigation. And you're probably carrying that gun to protect yourself, but the judge do not give a fuck. Now, here's the thing. Because Boosie is already a felon and not supposed to have that gun, if he's found guilty on these federal charges, they're going to give him at least 5 to 7. Easily. I feel bad for Boosie. All right. Let's kind of move on. What else did I say I was going to touch before? I understand it's 1:30 and I know we got an early morning tomorrow, so I'm just trying to hit